Hey guys, today I have a 2013 Chevy Cruze for you guys. The CAN bus line is down, no communication with any module besides the electronic brake control module. Basically, it's kind of hard to test if you don't have few years of experience and know what you're kind of know what you're doing. I'm not a master of all trades, but I do trade. So basically, I noticed a few things on this vehicle. We have a CAN bus down. Also, as I'm, checking around to look at various components, simple things as simple as this, a rat turd, is very, very important when it comes to diagnosing a car. You can't leave anything like this unseen. Because if you do, you're basically running around in a circle and you don't know. A rat could have chewed a line, a module could have failed, a short circuit inside of a module. Many things can happen. So, along the lines of looking underneath the dashboard, very simple. Looking in the engine bay, very simple to see if you see any chew marks, if you see anything along the lines of that. On this vehicle, I do not. The only reason everything's a mess is because somebody already purchased the car. It was a trade-in. As soon as the car got traded in, basically they went to go buy it. It needs valve cover gaskets, coolant reservoir. Another thing, the initial technician that diagnosed the vehicle, he decided to install an ABS unit because he noticed that the coolant reservoir was leaking onto the ABS unit. So in turns, he was wrong because the reason he was wrong is two reasons. One, of course, it was because he just jumped the gun and decided, hey, I see coolant leaking onto the ABS unit. I have a communication fault with the ABS unit. I'm able to communicate every now and then with another module, but it's not doing it properly. So, also, he saw a symptom or a reason that it could be going bad, and he didn't test to verify, hey, this is the issue, hey, this is the customer's complaint, customer being the dealership, of course. So I started in, initially on this vehicle, I will come in and I will check the CAN bus line, the high line. You can either check resistance with the battery completely out of the vehicle. You can just disconnect it here and here. That way, so you can check resistance and it's not getting in your way. Voltage isn't messing with your multimeter on resistance. Basically, I have 2.78. It was kind of confusing because it says 2.5 on all data. When I did check everything out, basically, whenever you would unplug the ABS unit, it performs perfectly and goes to 2.5. That's me unplugging it. And when I plug it back in, it jumps back up to 2.9. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. 2.7, sorry. The 2.9 was because my jumper wire fell out. And I have a few of them. They're just very simple. So this is basically eliminating the module. If you do this, you're basically just continuing the CAN bus line. I like to do it for the high and the low side. That way, if I need to let's just say, hook up with a bunch of different modules and confirm and make sure that, hey, it's communicating, hey, it's not communicating. You don't want to leave part of what you're testing out of the system. So, and you're basically testing the whole car because the CAN controller access network system is the whole car. It's its own personal network system. So, initially, another thing I noticed, I don't know why the technician didn't notice this, is somebody's been working on this car. So, obviously, customer, whoever traded it in, took it to a mechanic. He's looking at it, trying to figure it out. What's going on? Why are we not able to communicate with certain modules? And he's like, ma'am, it's going to be this much to continue, or you can wrap it up, and this is how much it is now. So generally, most of the time, sometimes the customer will wrap it up and let it go. few things I'm not noticing is anything broken, and I see this one wire that was frayed. I wasn't too worried about it. Maybe when I was cutting all the tape that they installed, maybe I just slashed by it. It's no issue. I can cut and solder. So right now I'm going to place we're at 2.78. I'm going to place, that's voltage on the can high side. So I'm going to place my phone down. I'm going to go ahead and plug in the valve body control connector, valve body connector that goes into the transmission assembly. And you guys are going to see a little bit of a difference in what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, let me just show you this first. I'm going to plug these back in where they were. So you see we're jumping blue, blue, white, white. I'm not just saying look for a blue, blue, white, white wire. Actually check your pins and figure out where you're plugging into so you're not frying anything on a car. This is a very cheap car. Just because it's a $7,000 car and I think it's cheap doesn't mean the owner of the company or a customer will think it's cheap. It could be their livelihood. It could be everything to them. This could be where they sleep. This could be anything. Anyway. So I'm using a simple Solus Ultra. I don't normally use this one because you literally have to click so many times just to get into a module. So let's just see 6-speed automatic. We're in the engine module right now. Codes menu, display codes, DTC display, and we're getting good. We're getting communication. So let me clear these codes out and show you exactly which module we're not communicating with right now. Hold on. So clear codes, yes. And sorry about the damage on the screen. I do not take care of tools like this. This is a shop tool. And basically, no codes present right now. We did pull out the transmission control module. For some reason earlier it's saying no communication with transmission control module. And right now I can deal with that. Turn your key off so you're not, frying anything when you're plugging stuff in. It's not always guaranteed that you're gonna do the right thing, because sometimes it just took me like 3 or 4 hours just to confirm, because I'm not gonna waste anybody's money when it comes to this kind of stuff. This is the reason I'm one of the top technicians for the company. Not that I'm gloating or anything. So I'm going to put the phone down, I'm going to plug in the module, and I'm going to show you a few different things that happen. Not too easy to get into to plug it in. So I'm trying. I don't want to go up and down with the lift because it's a waste of time. And most of the biggest thing in a dealership setting is time. You lose time to lose money. Me and the dealer can't afford to lose any money. So I plugged it in. That being the transmission plug right about here. You can see it right there. It goes into the transmission, into the valve body. It's what, hey, it says sends a signal for shifts and data, blah 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 blah. None of my really business. It's a little bit beyond me. So right now I'm at 1.5 for my data line. That's with the key off. Let's try the key on. So basically the vehicle fell asleep. So right now I'm at 4 volts. That is way too much voltage for your CAN system. I can't verify if other vehicle manufacturers have different types of settings. Maybe, I don't know. I can't really tell you for sure. I'm not a master when it comes to CAN lines. I'm not a master when it comes to anything. I'm just an average Joe trying to fix cars. And do it in a diagnostic setting and do less R&R. So I'm gonna go ahead and re-unplug it. I'm gonna pull my connector back up. And you see, that's the same connector I was just pointing at. I'm gonna jump those 2 wires again. So I jumped those 2 wires again. And look at it. We're back down to 2.7. The manufacturer specification is 2.5, but I really will deal with 2.7. It's not going to start right now because, of course, the transmission connector is unhooked. Look, actually, let me try it. I haven't tried. No, it's not going to connect. Let's see what we can do. Let's see another module that we were having issues with communicating with. ABS unit. So we're having a lot easier situation right now, and it's a lot easier to confirm what's going on. Very sorry about how hard it is to understand me and what I'm doing. I'm very excited about finding this. I love to show people how to, and later down the line, if I forget anything, I can pull it back up and figure it out. Also, these are part of my resume videos, so people can understand what it is I'm doing, how I'm doing it. I know I'm very dirty, my hands aren't clean, but I'm a hard-working person and just trying to get the job done. Here's my toolbox, tobacco box, and a few other things, just little random equipments here and there. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day. Subscribe and share.